Right now, there are about 1,600 military working dogs serving to protect the U.S. And when they retire, efforts are made to help their handlers adopt them.
And that's where the American Humane Society comes in, facilitating dozens of reunions and ensuring these canine heroes get the dignified retirement they deserve. Here's an exclusive look at one such heartwarming reunion.
Frenky and I, we were together for four and a half years. So we traveled all over the United States on different missions, and then we did 2 combat tours, one in Afghanistan and one in Iraq. We started working together back in 2017. We're considered a military working dog team. So I was a handler, but also a trainer. He was trained on explosives detection and bite work.
Good checks.
He has that super high energy, and definitely being a new handler, it was a lot in the beginning. He's super goofy, but he was definitely born for the job. He had a huge impact on my life. I've been in the Army for about 8 years now, and I spent 4.5 of those years with him. And we went through a lot together. People are just naturally really drawn to him, so especially when we were downrange and there were casualties, he was definitely a source of light. We ended up having to part ways just because of the Army, and it was just my time to move on. I ended up going up to Fort Drum, and he, even before I left, was working with another handler. So it was last summer, I got a message from one of my previous soldiers saying that they were looking at the retirement process for him. It was definitely a shock. Didn't really believe it at first. He was my one constant for those 4.5 years through everything. So having him back now, it's indescribable. It was really, really hard leaving him. Be able to bring him home is just really exciting.
American Humane Society created in 2014 our military working dog reunification program. We actually provide the resources needed to bring these incredible hero dogs home after their service to our country.
And the biggest thing too for me is he turns 10 in about 2 weeks, and been very fortunate in that he hasn't had any big medical problems yet, but he isn't a puppy anymore. The fact that American Humane Society is going to help out with any potential vet bills in the future is wonderful. And now that he's retired, I just want him to be able to relax.
And we actually serve, believe it or not, as the VA, the Veterans Affairs for these canine hero dogs, allowing them to have the medical care they need in addition to that long trip home. It's a story of kindness, compassion, and unconditional love that can only be found on the battlefields. And that's where American Humane Society steps in to let that love story continue in retirement.
Oh, lots of love. Love to see it.